Hi, this is Kashpunisa Bhagewari. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about DynamoDB Web Shell. This is the second part of DynamoDB local video series. In this video, I want to introduce you with DynamoDB JavaScript Web Shell. It is easy to use and very useful tool. With the help of this, you can execute all your DynamoDB operations on your local version of DynamoDB free of cost without using your online DynamoDB web service. In last video, I showed you how to download DynamoDB local. Continuing to that, just run your DynamoDB local instance using the command like this. In this last video, we already showed this. So you can run your local DynamoDB with the help of this command, and your local DynamoDB working on the 8000 port by default, and now this my local version is up and running. So now I can show you how you can start your DynamoDB web shell. So you can just go on your browser and type localhost :8000/shell. So this is nothing but DynamoDB JavaScript web shell. So with this help, this is mainly for learning and testing purpose. You can execute any DynamoDB queries, and you can find your result here on your local machine from your local DynamoDB. So there are two parts you can see here. So in this left hand side, you can write your commands, your queries, your JavaScript code, and you can just click on this run button, and you will find your result, your output on this left hand side. And you can see on top of this there are some buttons. So this is first one is AWS JavaScript SDK. So this tool is using JavaScript SDK, and second button is for API templates. So this tool having some they given some predefined API templates. With the help of these templates, you can easily write your code and execute your code. So there are so many options here like put item, update, delete, batch write item, get item. So you can select any of one of the template, whichever you want. Suppose I am going to show you. Suppose I want to get item. So I can find the code here. So this is nothing but to get item. So like this, in this params object, I can define table name and keys and attributes to get, and this doc_client.get query, and I can pass this object and I can get the result. So by clicking on this button, this arrow, I can get those template code on my this screen. So I can just update my table name, attribute name, and then I will ready to go with this run command. So for now this demo purpose, I am not going to use template, but you can use this as per your convenience. I already write some commands, some codes from my side to save some typing time. So I will just copy and I will show you and explain you how can we run and execute all these CRUD operations of DynamoDB. So by clicking on the refresh button, you can clear your screen. And first command I want to show you, that is the list table. So if I want to check in my DynamoDB database how many tables I have, and I want to list those tables. So this is that query for list table. So DynamoDB.list table, I want to limit to 10. So I can get list of 10 tables, and I can log this error and data if I get a successful result. So I'm going to click on this run button. So here you can see the output is table names are this is empty array. So now this means that I am not having any table in my database. Now I am going to show you how can we add table or create table. So this is our first CRUD operation, first create table command. So this is my create table command. I am going to insert all this command in the description part. You can find it from description part. So this is the object params1 that is describing the all whatever attributes and table name I want for to execute my create table command. So I am passing here table name as a book. So I want to create table and the table name is the book, and I am having attribute definition like attribute name is title and its type is string. Second attribute is my author and its type is also string, and I am defining schema here. So in this schema I am having hash key is title and range key is author. So this is my primary key and short key, and I had given sub provision throughput for RCU is 1 and WC is also 1, and I'm passing this params object to my dynamodb.create table command, and this is the callback function for it. If I get any error, I can find it in this log. If it is all is going well, so I can see this table created and this data for that. So I am going to now click on this run button, so I can find my result here. So table is created. So it is successfully created table, and you can see all that table description like attributes and schema and all that. So my book table is created successfully. Now I am going to add some item, some record in my table with the help of put item command. So here is my put item command. So I am going to copy it here. So in this for put item, I want two attributes, like first is table name, and that item means what all the items I want to add in my table, like title. Title is the title of my book, and it is You Are Born to Blossom. Author, and here is the name of author, and this is nothing but data type of title, and this is data type of author. And I added one more attribute here. It is price, and its attribute is number, and price is 186 rupees. And I am going to pass this object to my dynamodb.putItem command with the help of callback function. If all is well, then I can get my result in this console, like item added and that data what we are added here. So now I'm going to run this command. So you can see is error insertion cannot create pre-existing table. Oh, okay. So now when I run this click on this button, it whole page is running. So this our first command is also running. So we are already created table. So it is showing me the table already exists error. So now I'm going to comment or delete this code. So I can only execute whatever I want, only this command. And for this you can see it is already item added. So this command is already this is also executed already. So our item is also get added. Now I want to get that item. So now we will execute get item command. So here is my get item command. I'm going to delete this because I don't want to get any error, because already item is added and primary key and sort keys, or if you pass again same, then it will show the item already exists. So to avoid that, okay, I want to only for this time to run only get item command. So I'm passing parameters like book name and key. So my hash key and range key I am passing both here, and dynamodb dot get item is my command, and if I find any item, so I can get it here. So I'm going to run this command. Now you can see the result. Item got, title, name of my title of my book, and author name and the price. So I got this my item back. Now I want to show you to after put get, and now it's time to delete item. So with this help of delete item command, we can delete our item. So for delete, I am using the same parameters, table name and key, to identify which item I want to delete, and passing to the delete item command. So now you can see item deleted. So if I again suppose I query the get item, so maybe we not get our record. Item got undefined, so it is not getting now. So it is deleted. If you want to delete table, so for delete table is the delete table command is there. Suppose I want to delete this table. So dynamodb dot delete table, you can pass table name and you can run this. So table is deleted. I want to confirm this my table is deleted or not. So I will again run my first command that we used before, that list table. So if a table is deleted, I cannot find this. It is showing me empty array, means that table is deleted. So if you create table, suppose I am going to show you if table is there, how it shows the result. So I am going to again execute that create table command, and after that I am going to execute list table command. So first we will create that table, and then after that we will execute list table. So now we are having our table. Now I am going to delete this and copying the list table, and I am going to run. So table names are book. So I am having now one table and its name is book. So like this way you can use this tool for your testing and learning purpose. It is very useful, and same code which you use in AWS SDK, same code you can use it here. So there is no change. And if you want to try some queries, this is definitely very useful, and I hope you like this. If you find any query, you can ask me, and you can find all these queries in the description part. And I hope you like this. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.